All right, I've got some really exciting news about our laboratory. This is the Consumer Wellness Center Labs, CWCLabs.com. I'm your lab science director, Mike Adams, the health ranger. I built this laboratory and I run it. And we just kicked ass on a test. Let me show you this. This is our certificate of excellence right here that we were awarded from ERA, a waters company. And the test was WS236. That's the test name. We participated in this with 323 other laboratories. And our test results were so accurate and so right on, and I'll share some of those with you here, that we achieved 100% acceptable data, which is, according to this certificate, quote, a demonstration of the superior quality of the laboratory in evaluation of the standards listed here, which is metals. So we got the certificate, and we got a fantastic grade on the test. So for this test, they send you a mystery liquid, and I have the vial right here. This is the vial, and it's a liquid, as you can see. See the air bubble in there? And this liquid, you have to tell them exactly how many parts per billion of cadmium and arsenic and mercury and lead are found in this vial. And they don't give you any hints, no clues. So you have to use your expertise, and that is one of our skills here at the lab is heavy metals analysis. You have to use that to tell them what the numbers are. And then they give you a pass or a fail grade. So let me give you some of the information here. They know what they put into it, so they know what the numbers are. And after you take the test, they give you this sheet, which is an evaluation report, and they tell you your score and the correct score, and then the acceptable range, the window of what they accept as a passing grade. So for arsenic, the acceptable limit is, well, their value is 16 parts per billion, 16.0. They allow you to say anywhere from 11.2 to 20.8. Our score was 15.2. So we were only 0.8 parts per billion off of the correct value of 16. For cadmium, the correct answer is 5.4 parts per billion. Our reported value was 5.7. So we were off by just 0.3 parts per billion. In other words, 300 parts per trillion, which is extremely accurate. For lead, the correct value was 50.4. Our reported value was 50.7. So once again, we were off by only 0.3. which is 0.0003 parts per million. That is the kind of accuracy that we have here. When someone ships us a blind sample, an unknown composition, we can use the instruments here. In fact, I did all these runs myself. I'm the one who is actually testing me, not just the lab, but me personally. I did these runs. I made the external standards. I ran the ICP. I did the calibration curves, everything. And we got these numbers that are super, super accurate. And it just shows, I know that when we first started putting out information from our laboratory, one of the first attacks on us was to say, oh, you didn't have a lab. And then when it became apparent that we did have a lab, they would say, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Your numbers couldn't be right. Well, not only are our numbers right, but they're right on the money. I mean, like 0.3 parts per billion accuracy on a blind sample, and now we've been awarded this certificate of excellence. So there is no question that we are a superior laboratory, one of the most accurate in the world on heavy metals analysis. And I think I know why, by the way. People have been asking me this question in the scientific community. They're saying, like, why is your lab so accurate? Why do you get better numbers than other labs? I am passionate about food science. I mean, I wrote the book, Food Forensics. By the way, you can get that at foodforensics.com. I'm passionate about this. This, to me, this is such an incredibly rewarding endeavor to be at the tip of the spear of food science research and nutrition research and label compliance and food contamination analysis. To be one of the best in the world at this is something that I have for many years worked toward and have now achieved. And so it's something that I love to do because I love clean food. I love helping companies create cleaner food. I love looking at off-the-shelf foods and testing them and finding what's in that. I love giving consumers information that they can use to make a better choice about what they're going to eat versus what they should avoid. I love testing water. I mean, I don't know if you see behind me back here. Right here, this is like 100 water samples from across America that were sent in to us, and we're testing those for toxic metals. Basically the same test that we did here. Every sample sent to us is like a mystery sample like this. So we're testing all of those, and we found high lead in one of them near Phoenix, by the way, and that report's about to come out. So a couple of follow-up points on this. One is that we are very, very close to our ISO accreditation. That's ISO, the International Standards Organization. We're going to be ISO certified, accredited. And the number for that is 17025. So it's ISO 17025. It is the global gold standard for laboratory accreditation. There is no higher standard. None. It puts us above most university labs in America. It puts us above private labs that are not accredited. It makes us, it certifies that we are conducting this laboratory to the highest levels of analytical excellence, of quality control systems, honest reporting, honest data, all of that. That's what ISO guarantees. And so we're about to have that accreditation, after which time we're going to open up this lab for commercial clients so we can test your raw materials or your finished products or anything in between, and we can give you extremely accurate, reliable information about what's in your product or your raw materials, or even a competitor's product for that matter. You can use our lab to test almost anything, but not body fluids. We don't do blood for obvious reasons. We don't do urine, although, I mean, we can do urine in special cases, but that's not something that we do commercially. We don't do hair analysis. We don't do body parts, fluids, or anything like that. We're focused on food and environmental samples. So we can test compost, we can test soil, we can test well water, but our specialty is foods. And all kinds of food matrices, including dietary supplements, herbal extracts, alcohol-based extracts, glycerin extracts, vitamins. We have multiple modes of sample prep and digestion here in this facility, including microwave digestion, as you might expect. And we have extraction technologies we can test for pesticides, herbicides, toxic chemical contaminants, organic molecules, BPA, for example, label compliance, phytochemical analysis with quantitation. We can test, obviously, for heavy metals, plus nutritive minerals such as zinc and molybdenum and chromium and so on. So we have a really amazing system here. We built it from the ground up, and we are now, you're seeing that we are one of the best labs in the world at what we do. And so find us at CWCLabs.com and watch for our announcement soon about our ISO accreditation and opening up this lab for commercial testing. My name's Mike Adams, the Health Ranger, food science researcher, lab science director, author of foodforensics.com, editor of naturalnews.com. You can listen to my podcast at healthrangerreport.com, and check out my resume if you want at healthranger.com. Thanks for watching. Take care. Click subscribe now to be alerted when I release new videos.